in order to achieve my dreams and my goals, I had to leave at some point. And it's cool to see guys that are even traveling further to play, like Tua and McKenzie, and even Dillion when he went all the way out to UCF.
Yeah.
They're stretching kind of the imagination for the kids back home in Hawaii, what's possible. And I really believe when these kids start to leave Hawaii, they take with them who they are. And
next quarterback we got is Dillion Gabriel. 6 foot, 200 pounds from Oregon. He's from the same place as Tua, not the same place, but the same state, I guess, island, Hawaii. Around the same size as him as well, a lefty. So this is pretty much your prototypical Tua right here. Prototypical Tua. He got a decent release speed. 85 percentage. Short passing, pretty good. Medium passing. When you watch the film, he's a good quarterback, but I don't know if he's going to be able to translate to the NFL to be like a top 10 quarterback. But as of right now, he's on a team that's undefeated. I'm not saying for us to draft him to be a starter. This would be a perfect backup for Tua. I don't want to judge Dillion Gabriel in regards to that. We got to see it to believe it. But at the same time, him and Tua kind of similar quarterbacks. Very similar. Just like how it did for Tua, is going to translate for Dillion Gabriel. That's what I think. So y'all let me know in regards to bringing in a backup just like Tua. Would you rather that, or do you want a different type of backup quarterback like Riley Leonard, or who else I got on my list? I got Curtis Roke, Drew Allar. Some of y'all been telling me about these Syracuse quarterback Kyle McCord. I could check him out real quick. I don't know. He had one bad game. I'm gonna show y'all the bad game that he had. For the ones who's telling me about Kyle McCord. He had a good season. He was balling out, to be real. But look at this game against Pittsburgh. 5 interceptions. 5 interceptions. But he kind of redeemed himself. 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. So you're going to have to slow it down on interceptions. But, he a pretty good quarterback. You watch him out there and you start to think as to why Ohio State let him go. He better than their current quarterback. I say that much. He definitely better than them. I'm choosing Kyle McCord all day. What's the other quarterback name? Will Howard? Nah, I'm not doing that right there. Pointless. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about Dillion Gabriel being the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins. It just seemed like he will be a seamless fit in regards to the quarterback room, Mike Daniel and Tua. If you want to stick with that route right there, stick with that route, go all the way with it, and get Dillion Gabriel. Simple as that. Right here we have a little interview of Dillion Gabriel. He was at UCF, then he transferred to Oklahoma, and then he transferred to Oregon. I think so, right? Y'all let me know in the comments.
Star quarterback Dillion Gabriel announces he is leaving.
OU's QB1 will spend his final season of college ball elsewhere.
Dillion Gabriel is going to be an Oregon Duck.
I think it actually helped me knowing that it was my last year and this was it, and knowing that time is of the essence.
He knew that there was going to be a lot of pressure on him, but before the demands, it became the relationships. One of his special traits is his ability to make anybody in the room feel special.
When Dillion Gabriel's college football career comes to a close, he will own the FBS records for starts made and total touchdowns.
Touchdown, Dillion Gabriel!
But the 23-year-old quarterback says the play has never been more important than the people.
Playing the quarterback position is, the limelight comes with it, but I'm not bigger than anyone on the team. I'm one of the boys.
He's not all about the flash. Okay. He's about substance, and it really reflects in his car choice.
The vehicle I do drive is a Chrysler van.
Yeah, I like him already. He gonna fit in Miami. I love it. He ain't getting no Lambo, no Mercedes, no G-Wagon. He got this right here. He got this. Respect.
I was like, dude, he's driving a minivan? I was like, man, you look like somebody's uncle over here.
I think it's direct just reflection of just how humble he is. No quarterback's driving a minivan.
And then you find out how excited he is about this minivan that he's driving around. And he's pumped about it. Being able to load up teammates to go on trips places.
After transferring to Oregon last December, Dillion says he knew that trust and chemistry would be necessary for success.
We're all here just trying to enjoy and kind of get to know each other outside the facility.
So in the off-season, he
Kinda
organized
remind me
a
of
weekend
Kyler.
getaway for him
Like Kyler Murray and Tua mixed together.
and his new teammates.
We'll do these retreats, and we try to make it fun and something that you can just be like little kids again.
He invited everybody, and we spent
he could
a
hoop.
lot of time in a little amount of time.
Ferguson.
Some of it's football, but a lot of it's just that drive together. It's that time together. It's the meal together. And obviously that ties right back to his Hawaiian roots. Having that same connection with his family means a lot.
The bonding went beyond
I feel like he might go to the league, the Oregon head coach, maybe. For the right offer, he might go to the league. Dan Lanning.
the mainland. In May, the Hawaii native hosted a community event in his hometown of Mililani and invited some Oregon teammates to come along.
The Mililani project started at my high school, Mililani High School. And we started it off as a small way of donating some shoes to the varsity basketball team and uniforms, and now transitioning into the training room next year, the weight room the following year, and evolving from there.
It just made us really close. You kind of take a deep dive into his life, and you don't really get to see that with every guy. You don't get to go to their hometown or see where they came from.
That's cool right there.
Dillon Gabriel, touchdown Ducks.
Dillion Gabriel's goal is to lead the Ducks to their first Big Ten title and first national championship. But the bonds he built in his year in Eugene have already made it time well spent.
The fact that Bo Nix couldn't do this last year with the team, I don't know, man. He might be a top 10 quarterback in the NFL with the right team. I don't know.
It's a guy that's accomplished so much individually. I think it's really apparent to him that that happens through the team having success, and that's part of what makes him special.
This game is so short for many people, and you try to maximize that time you have, but those relationships will stick with you for a lifetime if you do it the right way.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool. Dillon Gabriel. Y'all let me know in the comments. Here's why Dillon Gabriel left UCF. Let's check this out.
Starting to leave UCF. What were those conversations like? Like, how did that come to fruition?
It was tough. I love that place, and I think for me the biggest thing was growth. You know, kind of set myself in an uncomfortable spot. Sometimes change is good, you know, and it's needed because you've reached your point or as much as you could grow. And I think when I had the conversation with my mom and dad, it was knowing that I can play at a certain level and, you know, not let myself hold myself back from that opportunity. So I really want to see what, you know, where I could take it. I think once I did enter the portal, you know, it was a true testament to, you know, knowing, you know, I could play at a certain level. And obviously being here now, it's a beautiful thing, just competing with these guys. And
your decision.
That's cool right there. Like, he went to UCF. He said he's too good for UCF. Now he went to Oklahoma, and then he went to Oregon. So you got to give him his props. You got to give him respect in regards to that, man. Not all quarterbacks going to do that. So he just keeps on balling to whatever school he go to, UCF, Oklahoma, Oregon, it don't matter. So that might be a good sign in regards to him being a decent NFL quarterback. That's the floor. I think he's going to be a decent NFL quarterback. I don't know about elite, you know, because we've seen quarterbacks his size kind of have, you know, on and off careers. Russell Wilson, you know, he back on strong now with the Steelers. Tua, you know, he a good NFL quarterback. I wouldn't say he's elite, but he a good NFL quarterback. I could see Dillon Gabriel doing the same thing that Tua is doing currently in the league. I could see it.
The vibe, the people, the place, the grass is greener, the ocean's clear, you're able to see a bunch of mountains, and the air is easy to breathe in. Most importantly, the familiar faces,
throwing shade
the
at
family
the U.S. He throwing shade at the U.S., man.
members and the people that you're around growing up.
We live in Mililani, Hawaii, which is on the island of Oahu. It's the most center point of the island. And Dillion was born in this house in 2000. This household is a household full of boys. Boys running in the street, playing football, playing basketball, and just taking advantage of the great weather we have year-round.
In Hawaii, high school football is definitely the big draw.
We go Mariota.
It's a generation. You have families that go to the same high schools 3-4 generations down the line. So there's a lot of pride in it.
Okay.
We're a small island in the middle Pacific. The closest landmass to us is 5 hours away by plane. So for us, we kind of always felt that we were just out there by ourselves. And that creates a little bit of a chip on your shoulder where, like, I want to prove that football is a big deal in Hawaii and that we've got talent here.
That's cool.
I just knew he had a knack for football at a young age. He did things that were, you know, a little advanced for kids his age.
That's
so
his dad. He worked
I
for
knew
Oregon?
he had a chance. If navigated the right way, he could get a football scholarship to college.
Always wanted to play football at a high level, and you kind of know that growing up that it's going to be you leaving the Rock to go achieve that. Initially, it was hard because I did go to UCF right out the gate, so that 12-hour flight with that 6-hour difference and phone calls.
So he went from Hawaii to UCF? That's crazy. That's crazy. But he working his way back. He went from Orlando to Oklahoma, and now he in Oregon. Soon he gonna end up back in Hawaii. Imagine if Hawaii had a football team. That would be crazy right there. That would be wild.
For the main goal of wanting to chase your dreams and accomplish a goal.
Hawaii, it is such a special place. But I always felt that in order to achieve my dreams and my goals, I had to leave at some point. And it's cool to see guys that are even traveling further to play, like Tua and Mackenzie, and even Dillion when he went all the way out to UCF.
Yep.
They're stretching kind of the imagination for the kids back home in Hawaii, what's possible. And I really believe when these kids start to leave Hawaii, they take with them who they are, and it's really cool to kind of see how that's represented in so many different levels of the game.
That's cool, man.
And the option. Mariota hits the corner, speed.
Yeah, Mariota, he was raw. I ain't gonna lie. At Oregon, he was raw at Oregon.
Growing up, we've always watched Marcus Mariota playing football at the University of Oregon. He was kind of the trailblazer for the Hawaii quarterbacking crew, and you know, a guy who did it on a big stage and continued to represent himself in the right way, and what a role model to look up to. Funny story, at my elementary school, they had a jump rope for heart, an event that happened every year for heart disease. And every year they bring local celebrities. Marcus had came, signed my shirt, and that's a year before he was going to Oregon. Those are little things that, you know, I'll never forget, how such a little interaction can impact somebody in such a huge way.
Most definitely, man.
It's crazy to think that it goes back that far, but Hawaii is such a small island, it's such a small place that one way or another you're running into people. I remember watching him at Mililani High School and what he was doing and what he was accomplishing. I think for all of us that have left Hawaii, we always try to find a way to reach out to some of these guys that are in college and just be a shoulder to lean on, a person that can listen, just to create a resource, because we all kind of have the same understanding of how we were raised in Hawaii.
Damn, you see, he definitely faster than two.
Are very similar.
Faster than two.
So being able just to kind of share that and say, hey, I can help you along the way, and hopefully you can kind of reach further than I did.
I think with Marcus, you see a guy who's selfless and very respected.
You're going to check out his 24/7 Sports. He was a 4-star recruit, number 9 in Hawaii, number 12 quarterback in the nation. Let me see what offers he had. Oh, he was a 3-star quarterback. But he had got USC, Georgia. Okay, he got Georgia. He probably got Georgia because of Tua. You know, Kirby Smart, Alabama. They probably thought he could be like the next Tua. He had Army as well. If I was him, I would have went to USC. But Oregon ain't offer him. Oklahoma didn't either, so... I mean, at least he ended up in a place where he was supposed to be all along, Oregon. If you win the national championship, then yeah, he made the right choice, most definitely. Here we got Dan Lanning. He's going to speak a little more on Dillon Gabriel.
I can't recall a time when someone loses a 15,000-yard passer and replaces them with a 15,000-yard passer. Dillon Gabriel coming in from previously UCF, then Oklahoma last season, now at Oregon. I think he has 14,865 yards, so not quite 15,000. But this is a veteran guy. What kind of assets does he bring to Oregon? And for those who maybe haven't seen him all that much, how's his game different and comparable to, say, to Bo Nix?
Well, I think you fall in love with the person first. You know, Dillon's extremely humble for a guy that's had a lot of success. I've told this story, and I actually heard him say it the other day, but, I mean, he drives a minivan around because he can pick up the wideouts and go take them to go throw.
Wow.
That's kind of the guy he is.
That's solid right there. I love that right there, man. I love that.
He's a really humble guy, but he also has the confidence when he steps on the field. He's intelligent. He's smart, a great decision maker. You know, Bo obviously was a great decision maker for us. I expect, you know, the same things from Dillon on the field for us, but can articulate what he's thinking, shows leadership skills on the field. So really excited about what he can do for us.
Yeah, that's real, man. That's real. Here we got Dillon Gabriel at Oklahoma. Let's check it out.
Rolling, Dillon Gabriel off to a phenomenal start for OU.
Easy.
Flanagan, the safety, matched up on him, and he can't keep up. And you want to talk about a very well-thrown football.
I think him and Tua got the same arm strength, kind of the same throwing motion. You know, he could work on his throwing motion. You know, 1 or 2 years in the league, I feel like he gonna adjust his throwing motion in regards to Dillon, and it's gonna be similar to Tua. You know, because the way Tua throwing it is gonna be the way that Dillon Gabriel will have to play. I don't know if he's gonna play a different type of game, like us. We doing like the short, quick, speed type of, you know, offense. It just depends on where Dillon Gabriel goes and what that team believes in. You know, but that's why I think our team will be a perfect team for Dillon Gabriel, because we see what Tua does with our offense based off having the quick release. You know, I feel like with Dillon Gabriel, he's already like halfway there. He just needs some more work with his release, but soon enough he's going to be on that Tua level. I have a feeling about that. You know, he went undefeated at Oregon for a reason. A lot of big-time games. Them boys beat Ohio State this year. Impressive. Real impressive. I don't care who at quarterback for Ohio State. They beat them.
Inside tackles are the best part of their team.
Go tempo, quick throw to the outside for Evans.
Y'all seen that release?
Forward to make it 3rd down and 1.
Y'all seen that release?
Inside tackles are the best part of their team.
Go tempo, quick.
Come on, man.
For Evans Stewart. He'll fight forward to make it 3rd down and 1 for
Tua release faster, but he got that fast-ass release.
Stays in there, play action pass. Gabriel throws middle, open. Stewart's got it. Big
Good throw.
deep in Ohio State territory. Play action pass, Gabriel in the pocket. That's a deep ball down the sideline.
Money.
Stewart takes the top
Right in stride.
dragging
Against Ohio State. Come on, man. Against the Buckeyes, man.
Gabriel fires. Gabriel on target.
Bro, who number 10, man?
That Boise State game as a spark this season. Now it's Gabriel.
I thought them boys were DBU. That's what I thought.
Target again. This time it's Holden in stride, and he brings it to the 10.
Them boys got Holden, Stewart, Johnson.
As it's caught by Stewart out of bounds. Miscommunication from Ohio State defensively. Gabriel looking to take advantage with a deep ball.
Going deep. Touchdown.
Johnson in the bucket. Touchdown.
Yeah, Oregon might win it. I'm not gonna lie. Oregon might win it this year. See, they had 2 5-stars. Gatlin Blair. I haven't seen him. Oregon gonna be good for a long time, man. They got the right head coach over there. There goes the transfers. Dillion Gabriel saved the day for this team. Dante Moore, he next up. He a good quarterback. I don't know where Evan Stewart is at. Okay, he right here. Evan Stewart, he was like the #1 ranked receiver in the whole nation. Look at this tackle right here. 6'8", 365, man. That's a big boy. Definitely a big boy. Let me see 2025 for Oregon. DeCorian Moore. They had 4 5-stars, man. Oregon cheating. Cause ain't no way, bruh. Oregon cheating. Akili Smith, another quarterback that they got. You're gonna have to fight it out with more. Let me see 2023. I think that was his first year. Dan Lennon? I think so. Jurin Dickey. Dante Dadua. Nico Reed. Jordan Birch. 5-star. RIP Kyrie Jackson. Yeah. Treshawn Holden. He's still balling for them boys. There go Tez Johnson. So both of the receivers that they got, a transfer from Troy, a transfer from Alabama, and they got Evan Stewart from Texas A&M. That helped this team a lot. Definitely helped this team, man. But yeah, y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel about Dillion Gabriel. Should he be a quarterback for the Miami Dolphins? Should we draft him? Let me know in the comments. But y'all help me get to that 10K. That 10K is on its way. I'm going.